Hello, my name's Karen. Let's get to work and let's talk. We have a lot to talk about. I am so amazed with our countrymen. People doing good things for people. I experienced that just about a few days ago. We received word in the news for everyone to get a booster shot for the vaccination. And I think many people are taking this seriously now. But I want to describe a center that I went to, a vaccination center with Griffin Hospital. They did a phenomenal job. What else can I describe it as? Well, there's a long line. It was a Friday afternoon, about 4 o'clock, and there was no end in sight for a number of people in line at this one site. Griffin Hospital provides centers like this throughout the state. So anyway, my experience is this. Walked in, there's a welcoming table. They checked. What you could do is take your camera and take a picture of your piece of paper that you received that shows that you had been vaccinated. You could take it, they accept that, and you won't lose it. You'll be on your phone, you just go to gallery, bring it up, and they will look at the card that shows you had been vaccinated. Good idea. Then we went through. Long line, all indoors. Almost no end to the line. In fact, it came back out and they were outside the building waiting to come in for the vaccination. I'm going to tell you something about where I live. We call it the Valley. They are awesome people. They care about each other. They work together. They help each other. They love each other. And I must say, other places do the same thing, but we do extra care for our people in the Valley. So we had the long line. In line, we were filling out the form. Your name, address, phone number, basic things like that. And then we went into a room where there was about 6 tables next to each other with a staff member. And they carried out, put you in the computer, all your information, and what type of immunization you had. I had Pfizer. Others may have different, but they like to keep it. If you had Pfizer before, they're doing Pfizer again now. And that's okay. It's up to the place that at the site that decides which vaccination you will receive. From there, you're put back in the line, and you wait for a nurse to become available. You sit down, they calm you down, they relax you, talk to you really nicely, and help you feel comfortable about getting a shot. They were good people. They understand your anxiety and concerns, and they meet your needs. I got a shot, not a problem. Everything went well. Then they showed me to the room where you sit there for 15 minutes to make sure you're okay, there's no reaction, and then you go home. I talked to the directors, there are 2 of them, and I added my suggestions to that center. I recommended like a break room that could be used by everyone. If a person's line is in the line who's very stressed out, they could go into a break room, or I call it rest and relaxation. And I call it homeostasis and things like that. So I talked to them. I asked them, why they can't have the program, the center open all night long. And they said it's the staff. They don't have enough staff people to meet these needs of people receiving vaccinations. So, normally I would recommend having them go through the night and just keep giving out immunizations, vaccinations to everyone. If there's a line, you stay, wait until the last person's done. So I talked to them about that. I told them it's phenomenal what you're doing. I recommend having a place for these people, the workers, to think about them. Take care of your staffers, your staff people. Make a small room. Put a dim light, a lamp in it, with some small refrigerator. Get some water and a little bit of food. And let them listen to relaxation meditation music, and let them just relax, recenter themselves, and then they could go, when they're ready, go back out and relax and go back to your work. Remember, we're going to keep everyone's stress levels down. If you get vaccinated, you're going to be okay. There are people who choose not to get vaccinated. That's their choice as well. But it shouldn't be. It should be looked upon as the majority, the people, because I don't want them making me sick. And they should be considerate of that. We don't want to make each other sick. I'm going to tell you something, people. This situation could wipe us out, create extinction, or very low level of people, low number of people. Enough on that. You think about it, people. Don't get scared. Get vaccinated and don't die that way. When it's a preventable death, that's foolishness, because our lives are very meaningful. We all have a place in the universe. So that was how they ran it. I highly recommend. They were a plane tree. Griffin House was a plane tree. And they welcomed my ideas and thoughts. And I went through the process. I went back to the nurse and I said, I understand how tired they are. Let them get their rest. Close the facility at a certain time. Go home the next day. Go home and next day come back in refreshed. Because we don't want these people to burn out. We must help them. Person comes in and they're having difficulty getting things done. Offer your assistance. What can I do to help you? Jump right in there, people. No one says you can't help them. Why not? I mean, why not? You're not getting paid while you're there. Help them. Volunteer your time. I want to continue on. So you want to give your staff quiet time and the people quiet time. I want to point out, a few years ago I asked the women to step up. It's now to step up. Now is the time. And at this facility, they did. It was all women working. The person in charge was a male. The person right underneath them was a female leadership. And they worked great. It was assembly line. If you have any people, if you have any questions, if you run vaccination centers, don't hesitate to call Griffin Hospital for suggestions. They were very effective. So as I talked to the directors, they told me at one site, not one site, what they did was as many as, throughout the state, 700 people in one day. 700 in one day. That's amazing. So we must remember our staff, the people who work, must have rest. And people, if there's anything you could do to help them do their work, make it easier, please help them. Step up and help your neighbor and friends. and even people you don't know. Now another thought. When do the nurses and staff personnel go grocery shopping? When do they clean their home? They're at work because they're trained to give vaccinations. We need to step up for them. So I recommend this. When you go to the site, bring something to give to them, because they're not charging you to have the vaccine. So let's give back. Bring an item with you on that day. Something, maybe toiletries. Maybe have some toilet paper and hand sanitizers and tissues and cleaning agents for the home. Bring them non-perishable foods, paper towels. But I'd like to, people out there who produce paper towels, I like you having 2 rolls, that's good. With the toilet paper, have them individually wrapped. Have some of those. And make the packages also with just combined 2 toilet paper reams. Okay? So that not everyone takes everything all at once. Share everything. Okay? Don't take a lot and take it home. And we got to make sure everyone has enough for everybody. So non-perishable foods, maybe some towels for their home, and maybe also, when they're at work, help them out. If you ask for a nurse's name or a doctor's name, and if they're struggling, maybe we could get volunteers to help clean their home. This is how we give back to those who give to us for nothing. They give to us what their paycheck is. We got to do a little bit more for them. Step up, people, and help each other out. Now, donations. Even if it's a candy bar, it's a donation that you could offer. You could donate to the hospitals. You could donate to the working poor. If you bring in the item to these sites, the staff will have their choice of what they'd like to have and receive. They could make a list of the things that you would like people to donate to the staff, workers, and the hospitals. They need our help. And even donate to the hospital. We donate to other places. Let's donate to our community. Yes, we want to donate to the Democratic DNC, Democratic leaders who are running for Senate. Yes, we should donate money to them, the Democrats. There are more people who follow President Biden than there are who follow Donald Trump. Believe. And continuing on, make checks payable to the hospitals and donate. And then anything that's extra, let that be brought to the food banks. Let the food banks even give out toiletries and anything like that, toiletries. I'm not too familiar what the food banks give out. We all know it's food, but I think they do give out on all aspects and needs that you would have to live for. So that's that. Remember in World War II, the men went out to fight the war, the women stayed back. They were making the guns. They were making ammunition. They're doing all that work and providing for our soldiers to be able to fight the enemy. I would like to see that today. I know us Americans, us citizens, can do that. step up. All the hospitals have to do is ask the community. Ask the hospitals, what can I do to help you? And volunteer at the hospital. They need our help. I applied for food stamps in my state and went through the process. We make it more simpler. I'm a college-educated person, Master of Science degree. I know how to use a computer. I know how to communicate with people. Done it all my life. And I couldn't get the paperwork done, completed, in time, in the time frame. And I had, where I lived, they sent in letters and they did what they had to do, so it helped me get my food. Well, it was hard to do it. You had to do it within days. So I sent some paperwork out at the beginning, and a week later I sent some more paperwork out to them. And they said that the deadline was fine, that it was all fine. But they wouldn't give me any food. They fear that I don't need the service. Well, I learned something very important. We need to make the process simpler. Give to these people, because you can't fill out those forms. You don't get food assistance. So keep that in mind, people. Let's make it more friendlier. We need help. So we could get a card like what they use. This is why I went through the process, to learn how to better able to make the program work to meet the needs of all, whether they have a college degree, high school degree, or no degree at all. And another thing, people, I'm going to make this quick, because I don't want to take up too much time. We're going to give back to each other. We're going to work together. And you know what we're going to do? I remember one of those men who were trillionaires. Can't even pronounce the name. The trillionaires. And they raced to see who they could first get a group of people to go out in space and down. And the man in charge, the one who has all the money, says, "Thank you, people. Because of you, I could go out in space. And you can't go up in space unless you pay me a lot of money." So they're looking at receiving even more money. Don't do it. Don't give these rich people any more money. Let's set up another program outside of Amazon, another one that you could choose to go to, and get your food items, get your items that you need. So all they do with the Grey Cards is electronically bring money into that card every month. And there's vouchers to get food with, your choice of food. I do have a friend who's on food stamps going to the food bank. And she had dinner with us. She received spaghetti, and it didn't taste well. It was old. It was probably in someone's cabinet for years, and it was not very good. So let's give them updated, newly fresh food to those in need. They don't have to suffer because they're poor. And all our money went to the trillionaires. And this is what I would like for you people to do. We're going to make the transition. We're going to move it. We're so close to doing this. You got to trust me on this. We're going to go on a limb. So, my thought is this. Let's make the trillionaires become poor. Let me say that again. Let's make the trillionaires become poor. How, you may ask? Take away the monetary system. They thrive on our money, and they take it and take it and take it. With President Biden, he gave back. The government gives us some money. The government, the state and the government help us. And that's how it should be. The working poor, the poor people, and even the workers, like the nurses and all the personnel in the hospitals and staff. So So we could help each other that way. Buy them some food. If you have a friend that's in need, buy them some toiletries. Even if they don't need it, buy it for them. Only donate what you can afford. So not to worry, people, things are going to get better. Hang in there. Take the vaccine, and help each other. And you're probably still asking about the Grey Card, or a card that's electronic. That'll go across the country, and they'll put money on it, and you can buy whatever you want. So anyway, you could bring a gift card to donation to the staff with $10 gift card. Anything like that. You're not paying for the vaccination. So why not give our money to these workers, okay? Help each other out. Oh, monetary system? Just like I said, we'll have a card like a Grey Card, and you'll get money on it each month and buy what you need and want. And I've spoken in the past, we'll get our food, we'll get our shelter, we'll get our clothes, and we'll have money to spend. And we won't have to work a lot of hours because you people are going to go out there and volunteer your time. And when you volunteer your time, you'll get a voucher for whoever you volunteer for. Volunteer these people, get a receipt, get a donation receipt, and you use that to deduct that from your taxes. Isn't that a great thing? Donate money, keep the receipt, send it in with your tax return, and it gets deducted. Please do that. Let's help each other. Let's go from a monetary system to a system with a Grey Card or a voucher. It will work for us all. Thank you, everyone. Remember, be good, do good, stay good. Do what you can. Give back. Give your love. Don't slow down. Because whatever comes our way, we are Americans. We could handle it. We could make things better for us all. Thank you.